Hello guys. So in this session, we are going to learn how to take backups of MySQL databases using Python. So let's start. So first of all, here we need an instance. Okay, Ubuntu instance. As you can see here, I have successfully launched my instance and here I have successfully connected to my instance. You can see welcome to Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Okay, now let's start to backup, right? To take backup of MySQL database using Python. So first of all, we need to update our system package. So let's update using the command sudo apt update command. So it's done. Okay. So let me clear the screen first. And now the next step is we need to install Python 3. Okay. So as you can see here, the command to install Python 3. Sudo apt install Python 3. So let's install Python 3. So yes, I want to install. So as you can see, it's done. So let's clear the screen. Now, if you want to check the details of about your Python, then you can simply run the command python 3 hyphen version. Then you can check the version. Okay, it's done. Okay, so we have successfully installed Python. Okay, now the next is we need to install MySQL also. Okay, so download and install MySQL 8 apt repository. So Ubuntu comes with default package repositories and it is now latest version. So if we want to add or install latest repository, so we can use these following commands. So first of all, below commands to add download MySQL apt repository using command line. So I'm going to download this using wget command. So if I run the command ls, as you can see the file. Now I'm going to install the MySQL using this file. So as you can see, the below command is install above downloaded apt repository. So it's install using dpkg command. So now let's hit enter. And after that, let's go to the OK. Okay, it's done. We have successfully installed MySQL also. Okay. Now we have successfully installed Python as well as we have successfully installed MySQL. Okay. Now it's time to log into MySQL database. Okay. So here I'm going to use this command sudo mysql -u root as of now. Why? Because we have successfully installed our MySQL. Let's check for once. Okay. Now let's log into MySQL. Wait a second. Oops. So we need to download, right? So first of all, let's update our system package for once. Okay, let's clear the screen. And now let's install MySQL server using this command, right? So we have successfully first of all, we have successfully installed the download this file, right? After that, here we are going to install using this downloaded apt repository. Then we have successfully update our system package. Now, after that, we are going to successfully install. We are going to install our MySQL using the following command. So yes, I want to install. So now we are going to installing MySQL. Okay, as you can see, it's almost done. Yeah, it's done. So let's clear the screen first. Okay. Now we have successfully installed MySQL. Now let's log into MySQL database using the command. So the command is sudo mysql-u root. As you can see, welcome to MySQL monitor, and your MySQL connection ID is 8 and the version is, you can see, and so on. Okay. Now, so first of all, let's create user to our MySQL. Okay, so how to create? So here is the command. So below is command to create user, and here I am creating user. The name is first technique. Okay, so let's create user. So my username will be first techniques and my password is first techniques @ 123. Okay, so I'm going to create a new user using following command. My user is first technique and the password is first techniques @ 123. Okay, very okay, added. Then after that, next is here you can see we need to grant some privileges to our user. So I'm going to give some privileges to my user. Sorry, there is a semicolon I missed. Okay, it's done. After that, here if you want to allow first technique user to give privileges to other user, then you can run this command. So it's optional. If you want, then you can run. Okay, it's done. So we have successfully created our user. Okay, it's done. Right. So now I'm going to exit to MySQL and let's clear the screen. Okay, so we have successfully installed MySQL and we have successfully create user in MySQL. Okay, then after that, now I'm going to back to my Ubuntu, and now here we need to enable MySQL remote access first. So first of all, we need to inside this particular location. So I'm going to go to this location. Which location? This /etc mysql config.d mysql config. In this file, we need to some changes. So first of all, here this bind address, we need to replace this address with 0.0.0.0. That means any IP address can access this. Okay. So you need to replace this bind address with 0.0.0.0. So let's save the file and exit. Sorry. So let's save the file and exit. Okay. Now, after changes any configuration file, as you know, we need to restart our service. So let's restart our service. So the command is sudo systemctl restart MySQL service. Okay. If you want to check the status, then you can check the status of our service. You can see it's active running. That means it's done. Okay. It's done. Now it's time to log into our MySQL using our new user, right? So we have successfully created our user with the name First Techniques, right? So let's log into our new user, log into our MySQL using new user. Okay. So the command is mysql-u, my username -p. So it will ask password. So I'm going to enter password of my new user. So here is password that we have created, right? Okay, it's done. So we have successfully logged into our MySQL using new user. Sorry. Okay. Now in this, so let's create a database here. Okay. Okay. Now if you want to check the databases that we have right now, you can see there is a 4. Okay. Now let's create a one database here using the command create database and then your database name. So here my database name be DevOps hint, then colon. Okay, so the command is create database and your name of your database. Enter. You can see query. Okay, one row affected. So let's check our database successfully created or not. You can see DevOps hint. Okay, we have successfully created our database. Okay. Then now here in this database, if you want to create a table, Okay, then you can create a table. How? So first of all, you need to switch to your database. So how to switch? So first of all, so the command is use, and then then your database name. So my database name is DevOps. Now as you can see, database changed. That means we have successfully switched to our database. And now let's create a table in this database. Okay. Okay. So here, so let's create a table. Okay, so we have successfully created our table. Okay, if you want to check our table, so the command is describe and your table name. So my table name is customers. So I'm going to run this command to check my table rows, sorry, columns. Right, you can see the field ID, name, age, address, and salary. So ID type is int, then name varchar, age int, address character, and salary is decimal. Okay, so you can see it's auto increment which ID. ID is auto increment. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so that's our table. So okay, in which in this DevOps in DevOps in database, there is a table with the name customers. Okay. So it's done. So we have successfully created our database. We have successfully created our table. Okay. It's done. Now it's time to create a file for backup. Okay. Here we are going to learn how to take backups of MySQL database using Python. Okay. So now it's time to create a file to take backup of our database. Okay. So I'm going to exit of MySQL. Now I'm going to back to my Ubuntu. If I run the ls command, there is no any file. So let's create a file using sudo nano command. And my file name will be here dbbackup.py. Okay. And in this file, I'm going to paste these lines. Okay. So let's check, let's understand the one by one. Okay. So first of all, here you can see there is a files in import config parser, then import operating system, time, and get pass. Okay. Then host. Okay. Here the host is local host, then port number. After that, DB user. Here database username. So you need to enter your database username. So our database username is first techniques, right? That we have created here. Right here. Okay. So let's copy and paste here. Okay. Then after that, the password. It will ask our password. So our password is first techniques @123. Okay. That's our user password that we have created. Okay. DB user, DB password. After that, here databases. So here in database, you need to enter your database name. Okay. So my database name is DevOps that we have created. Okay. Right. And as you can see in this comment section, if using one database, then you will enter the database name like that. Okay, in caps and then comma and bracket parenthesis. Right. Okay. DevOps and comma. Okay, it's done. So we have successfully entered our DB user. We have successfully entered our DB password, and we have successfully entered our DB name. Okay. The next is here. Now, as you can see here, first of all, get dump, right? Here we are going to define this parameter. Sorry. Here we are going to define this function get dump and database, then file stamp, right? So in this file stamp, there is a time, right? You can see timestamp format, right? Here, this is the timestamp format, right? So include hours, minutes, and seconds, and ensuring unique files. Okay. Then after that here, okay, the file stamp here of time, okay, then str time and so on. Okay, that's the timestamp format. Okay, then here operating system be open. Okay, you can see the operating system be open here. Okay, so it's this is the is a outdated and sub process provided a more robust way to handle system commands. Okay, then after that here you can see MySQL dump. Okay, you can see here MySQL dump, then it's R process and so on. So you can see host, port, database user, database password, databases, and file stamps. Okay, then it will print database dump to this database. That means if in this file if we have successfully backup to our database, then it will print database dump to this our database name and file stamp. Okay. Then after that, the next is here. In this condition, first of all, if name, then for database in database get dump and so on. Okay. So first of all, here get dump function takes the database name and credential as parameter, and it construct the file name with the timestamp and execute the MySQL dump command. Okay. Then here, if name the main block here iterates over each database in the database list and calls get dump with the required parameters. And here you can see after that the error handling print specific errors to each database dump attempt. Okay, so that's the file that we are going to take a backup of our MySQL. Okay, so let's save the file and exit, and let's run the file. So as you know how to run the file, so as you can see here I mentioned, you can see to run our file, so you can run the command python 3 and your file name. Okay, so if run the ls command, now there is only one file and this is our MySQL. Let's run the file, and as you can see, oh sorry, my file name must be wrong. Okay, my file name is wrong, so that's why there is error. Okay, now as you can see, it will successfully print. You can see database dump to DevOps int, and the timestamp, as you can see, date, month, and day, month, and year, you can see, and .sql. Okay, right. Now, if I run the ls command, as you can see, my file that we have successfully take backup of my MySQL. You can see DevOps end and this time stamp, year, month, and date. Right. That means we have successfully take backup of MySQL database using Python. You can see, right? So it's done. So in this session, first of all, we have successfully installed Python, then we have successfully installed MySQL, then we have successfully create our MySQL user, then login, then create database, create table, and then create backup file. And we have successfully run our backup file, and it will successfully take a backup of our MySQL database using Python, right? So in this session, we have learned how to take backups of MySQL database using Python. So thank you for watching, and I hope you understand.